Whoa, is that a casino heist going down? Yes, it is, and you're cordially invited, but please RSVP. Welcome to the Dicecast. All right, Nate, or should I say Harold Lake? You were so sad when you didn't get the chance to be Jesse, weren't you?
I was a little bummed, for sure.
Yeah,
but you know what? I've had time
that.
to think about it, and I have come to terms with my identity, and I'm ready to live a full life as Harold. And also
That's
to
good.
do a heist.
That's great, because that's what we're here for. And on that note, I'm sure you enjoyed your time relaxing in your normal room where nothing out of the ordinary happened, because it's uninteresting.
Actually, there was one thing that happened that I feel like I should note. I opened like the complimentary mini fridge in the room, and there was some like old cheese in there that had been in there for like a really long time, you know? It's not like the cheese were like, it's intentionally right, but like somebody forgot about this and switched the fridge off. Yeah. And I was like, hey, this is a great opportunity to test out my gas mask. And I could not smell the cheese through my gas mask. So I think it works.
I have a hard time imagining that a high-quality casino, one, would not clean out the fridge, and then two, would just decide to unplug the fridge.
Well, you better believe it. Were you there, Cody?
I made this world.
I'm living in it.
I am your master.
Get on my level.
Okay, I'm glad your glass mask. What would a glass mask look like? Are those things?
Yeah, sure. They've made some like that where like most of the gas mask, it's like a big glass plate kind of with just the breathing apparatus at the bottom. Yeah.
I would like one of those. Hey, my birthday's coming up. If you can hit me up with one of those,
Cody, I'll tell you what. I will buy you a mystery box from Bootcay, and maybe you'll get a gas mask. Oh,
dude. Taking me back. Those were the days.
Those are the days.
All you listeners who don't understand what's going on, just go to budk.com, budk.com. They sell equipment and stuff, and that's really all that matters.
I don't think I would ever buy anything from them again.
I know.
It's a very like sketchy shop. All right, way already off.
This episode was sponsored by Budk, but not anymore.
All right, Cody. Where are you leading me? Where are you taking me? Where are we?
Dude, that's up to you. This is
okay.
your plan. I'm telling you all the natural consequences that happen when you flip over a card with a certain value in a certain suit.
Well, that being said, I guess I was just chilling in the room, testing my gas mask, counting the minutes, mentally preparing. But I do have to perform soonish. I guess I was also warming up my sax a little bit. And yeah, I'm dressed. I've got my...
We need to establish something here. Are you playing alto, tenor, baritone?
Tenor. Yeah.
Tenor. Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. It's a good middle ground. You know? It's not like the alto where it's like kind of embarrassingly small, but it's not like the bass where it just like... I don't know. Tenor, it's like a good middle ground for saxophones, I think.
It's a good balance. I agree.
So, yeah, just warming up a little bit and ready to go down and perform. I think I should be on soon. So, I will...
Hey, while we're still on this, I feel like I have to ask, have you seen a soprano saxophone?
Maybe. I don't know.
Those are the ones that it's just like a stick. It's like a golden clarinet.
Okay. Well, he's definitely not using that.
Doesn't look like a sax. That's fine. You know, just wanted to make sure. Just wanted to see.
Yeah. So I guess I'll head down and get ready to perform.
Hey, do you know what we should do? We should have you do a preparation check to see how your sax skills are.
Prep check.
Yep.
Okay.
Do a medium. I don't know. Do you play more from the heart, you know, or do you play more from your intelligence?
From my intelligence.
All right, then make a medium intelligence check.
Okay. And that my answer had nothing to do with the fact that I have a +1 to my intelligence stat.
Seems legit.
Okay, so I drew a 7 of clubs. So 8.
Okay, so you pass the check, but you receive an injury or a physical setback.
Don't let it be the tongue.
All right, maybe you're playing so well, like you're hitting those pads, you know, you're getting them rolling.
Sounds realistic.
But then somehow you sprain your index finger. While you're just getting too into the song, you know, you press one of the pads too hard.
Right hand or left hand?
It's up to you. I'll let you decide.
I'm gonna go with left.
Okay, your left index finger has been sprained. But you're really warmed up, so that's good.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, your left index finger, if you're right-handed, it's kind of just held down most of the time. Not all the time, but more than a lot of the other fingers. So that's fine.
This shows what I know. Audience, Nate used to be a saxophonist. That's the word, right? Saxophonist. Saxophonist.
I am actually looking into picking up again soon. But
really?
Yeah.
Dude, maybe we could start releasing some tabletop shop albums. Know what I'm saying?
To the horror of all of our listeners.
We're actually going to hold on to this episode and not release it until years later, once you've remastered the art and you have recorded an album of RPG music that we can use.
When you say this episode, do you mean specifically like the second episode of the Lakes storyline?
I guess so.
Or?
Yeah, we'll release the first one and then we'll release the third one, but then we'll wait years before the second one comes out.
Yeah, it'll be worth it.
I think so. Our audience will appreciate that.
All right.
Okay, so you step outside of the room and picture it's like Ocean's 11 going down. George Clooney, because we established that you look like George Clooney, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
Okay, yeah. You know, he does his George Clooney look with his George Clooney face and maybe even his George Clooney voice, and he sort of like looks to the left, looks to the right, and there's some epic music playing in the background that's all heist-like. And then I don't know how to describe a cool Ocean's 11 scene. I haven't seen it that many times. You walk down the hallway, but there's music, so it's more impressive than it sounds right now.
And I'm carrying a saxophone case.
Exactly, yeah. With hidden implements and devices, I'm sure.
Oh, definitely, man.
Okay,
I got hidden.
yeah,
I got my sleeping gas in there. Everything's in there.
How big is this canister that you're carrying around with you inside the saxophone case?
It's actually pretty small. It's a very, very potent gas.
Oh.
So,
is it just like an air horn can, something like that?
don't be ridiculous, Kevin. Come on. It's
Okay.
like
yeah, of course. What am I thinking?
It's like I think the Amazing Spider-Man. It's like that. He has like some kind of green canister. It's that sort of thing.
The lizard guy that goes around and like throws the canisters at people?
Yeah.
Okay, sure. Yeah, seems reasonable. All right. And you're strolling down the hallway, and it's about to be performance time. So I'm assuming you're just heading towards the concert hall.
Yep, heading to my stage.
Or is there a concert hall? There's probably just a stage. You're right, in the casino.
I think it's like
an elevated stage.
Yeah, it's like a dining room, maybe some craps tables, and then my performance stage.
All right. You, as you're going by, you see a drummer that you know. It's Little G the Stick.
Little G the Stick.
That's his stage name. Yeah.
Okay.
He is twirling sticks in each hand. It's really impressive, and you kind of wish that you could do that, but you're kind of embarrassed that you can't.
I would attempt it with my saxophone, but I will tell you exactly how that will end. It will be not as impressive as anything Way Down did. So,
definitely not. Okay, and little G the Stick sees you. He's like, "Hey, Harold, hey."
And I'm just
it's good to see you, brother.
I kind of want to ignore him because generally I perform alone, but I was kind of like cornered. Like, this drummer's kind of like an old family friend, and he was like really wanting to perform with me, so I kind of felt cornered into allowing that. I don't really like the guy. He's kind of annoying. He like has this kind of like weird role model thing about me, and I just in general don't really like the guy. I like performing solo. Like I said, I like a subway performer most of the time.
Yeah.
And I don't do it with the street drummers, I'm a solo. So, but I don't want him to ruin my show either out of spite. So like I just kind of give him a nod,
Okay. What sort of nod? Is this like a 23-degree angle nod? Like 11-degree? Like how intense is this nod?
It's pretty subtle, but it comes with an eyebrow raise for a little bit of added, kind of friendliness, coolness.
Okay. Little G the Stick is like, "Oh, all right, yeah, I get you, brother. Hey, I'll be there. You ready to do some rehearsal?" Mm-hmm.
I just give him another nod. This time down. First one was up. This one's down.
Ooh.
The up is like
Yeah,
the up is like, hey. The down is like, all right.
Okay. He's like, all right, you're playing it close to the chest today. Close to the vest. Close to the vested chest. As they say, where I'm from. North Carolina.
Well, I'm a victim of my environment, so got to play close to the chest here.
I'll see you there. All right, bye. And he's gone. He's gone to rehearse. It's actually, well, it's kind of awkward because he was going the same direction as you are, and you're both going to like the rehearsal area. So he's just kind of walking next to you now, but he's just ignoring you because he feels like this conversation just shouldn't keep going.
I think I'll stop to like look at like one of those fire escape exit routes so that he can get ahead of me and I don't have to walk behind him.
It's actually really awkward because he did the same thing at the same time. So you guys
he had the
both
same
just
idea?
kind of stop.
Oh,
Yeah.
shoot. Oh, okay. I'm just going to start.
But he's not looking at you, so he doesn't realize that you did the same thing. Okay. All right. He stays behind. You
Cool.
go.
Good.
I'm glad we spent so much time on this. All right. You arrive at the stage. You're going to start warming up. Although I'm curious, how are you going to like open your case and not reveal all the hidden goodies that's inside other than the saxophone?
Well, there's a backstage. I'm not opening it out on the floor for everyone to see.
Okay. What about the techs back there? The people working the show.
Dude, they are so busy. I'm the last person they need to worry about. All they have to do is mic up my saxophone, So they can chill out.
Well, yeah,
I'm there early.
That means they have to walk up to you and take your saxophone.
But I'm there early, so like I get out, find a corner, open it up, get my sax out, close it.
All
I'm
right.
a pro.
Well, we're gonna make you do. Let's do an agility check. We'll make it an easy agility check just to make sure you're rocking your sleight of hand skills.
Please don't be a clubs. 5 of diamonds.
Ooh. Well, you passed because you only needed a 4, if I recall. Oh no, actually, that was the old system. Oh, Nate, I just realized I was playing off the old 4-7-10 scale that we did back in the Bear God system. This is a 5-8 jack scale, which means technically you didn't even pass your warming up check because you said you got a 7, right?
But it was a +1 on that stat. So
okay. So you're fine. Then you just barely passed this easy check, so you're good.
Cody,
but diamonds. What, bro?
You're lacking a certain degree of professionalism, man. You're cross blending your systems. Like, what's going on?
I don't know, man. It's like they all just start working together and they just become one major RPG. Like, what if all of this, Nate, is just one big RPG? Have you ever thought about that?
I cannot wait.
What does that mean to you?
I cannot wait for like some RPG you do in the future that actually brings all of my characters from all the other one-pagers we've done. Bring Horatio Hornblower back, man.
The Dicecast-averse. I like that.
All right.
That'd be legit. Okay, but diamonds, which means you acquire a tool or resource while you are...
Is it a finger splint for my index
while
finger?
You're removing... You find a loose chopstick nearby, and maybe you have some tape with you, so you can go ahead and finger splint your left index finger, although it's undetermined how this is going to affect your playing from here on out.
Well, very generous, Cody.
Yeah, you're welcome. Enjoy this tool or resource. Your finger hurts less.
I will find some other good use for that chopstick as well. So
okay. Well, let's take it to the performance then. We're fast forwarding now. We're going past all the boring details. Imagine a montage of you pulling out your instrument and tuning it and getting it mic'd up and talking to the people and ignoring little G the stick. And you're on stage now. And what's this little ensemble look like for this operation? I obviously got you, the saxophonist. You've got a drummer. Is there anyone else you think should be in your party?
Actually, there's a few of those. There's a few girls in the background that are doing like the tambourine, like background voices, tambourine thing, just for kind of like the 70s rock band vibe. So
for a jazz group?
Yeah.
I'm going to be honest, I'm going to have a tough time finding any sort of royalty-free track I can use to represent this name.
Well, that's what I'm here for, to make your job harder, so.
All right, thanks, bro. Another 30 minutes of editing where I just scroll through different audios.
You could also just cut out, like, the section where you asked me that, and then it saves you the time and the trouble.
No, but then we lose all this golden content.
Yeah, and also I'll keep referencing the tambourine players throughout the rest of these 2 episodes, so you'll have to put them in.
I'll figure it out. It's fine. Well, roll a performance check. No,
okay.
Well, I mean, that's not D&D. You know what I mean. I'm not saying make a performance check. I'm saying, like, roll to perform, which is going to be your intelligence stat. We'll keep it at medium.
Also, it's a flip, not a roll, Cody. I feel like you're one of those people that confuses rolling right, flipping right. I mean, come on.
Talking right, sitting right.
So what is this I mean, I guess you don't have to tell me how difficult it is, but...
I said it was a medium, so you need an 8 or higher.
Okay. How about an 8, baby? I don't even know what stat it was, but I got an 8 of diamonds, actually.
Oh, you acquire another tool or resource.
Well, I'm performing.
You're finally getting the good ones, though. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me see. How can we incorporate this?
While you're thinking about it, I would just like to mention that my performance, I did kind of a misdirection with the crowd. So I started out playing things like hot cross buns and like some like basic scales, and everyone's like
Good King Wenceslas or something.
The thing is that like actually attracts, because other people are kind of doing stuff. They're talking, they're playing craps, so like they're busy, but like this kind of gets their attention because it's like so off-putting in a way. It's like, why is this guy not actually performing? And once I've almost gained everyone's attention in a weird way, then I like break into my Queen mashup, where it's like a bunch of different Queen songs, like all like mashed up together, and it's like just delivered perfectly, executed perfectly.
What sort of jazz do you listen to?
No, Cody, I'm a street performer, all right? So you just got to always keep them guessing. Always keep them entertained.
What's your street performer name?
My street performer name?
Yeah.
I guess just like Sexy Sax Man or something. I kind of wear it on the cuff,
Yeah, okay. Okay, so in the middle of your performance, you're doing so well. This tool or resource that you acquire isn't so much something that you immediately receive into your hands, but as you're performing, you see that there is a security guard kind of in the back, and you see there's a key card around his neck, but he's like really into the music. He's grooving with it. And by his grooving, you can tell that maybe he's not as serious of a security guard as he should be. Like if you're a security guard at a casino, you should be kind of like hanging in the back, like arms like folded in front of you, just kind of like watching everybody, being very stoic. But it looks like maybe this guy's kind of new on the job, or maybe he just really likes jazz impressions of Queen songs, and he's kind of like, oh yeah, get it, yeah, all right. You can't really hear him saying that because he's way in the back, but you can imagine there's the sounds he's making.
Okay. I don't have to imagine, actually. You're right here.
But you perhaps single him out as possibly an easy target that you can get a security pass from if you need one.
Okay. Well, I mean, Cody, I do appreciate all the effort you put in. Being that my plan is to gas everyone and then take a key card, but if something goes wrong and I need to get one in a pinch without gassing everybody, I'll keep that in mind.
Sure. Hey, I didn't say it'd be a useful tool or resource. I just said it's a tool or resource you acquire.
The tool or resource is useful. Everything, like the whole, what do you call it? Like the whole biography on the guy is, could be useful given some extenuating circumstances. So.
The backstory of this one specific guard, sure.
Yeah. All right. So I guess I don't know, finish my set.
Okay, maybe there's a nice musical flourish that you ended off with. And then, just for fun, do you do a scat solo? It's up to you. I just kind of I want to see if that feels right.
Maybe I ask the crowd, like how riveted is the crowd? Like maybe I ask them if they're, I could do a charisma check or something, like see if I can get, feel the crowd, see how they're doing.
Okay. Sure. Do an easy charisma check. Right. 5 or higher.
8 of clubs.
The tape comes undone because you've been playing so hard on your index finger, and it comes off, and you re-sprain your index finger.
Re-sprain. The worst injury.
The fatal double sprain. Unrecoverable.
I want a t-shirt.
What, that says the fateful double sprain?
The fatal double sprain. I'll have like a bent finger with a saxophone. It would be amazing.
Yeah, okay. We have merch in the back. Check out our website. No, we don't. We'll have some someday. Subscribe, listeners.
We take this time from our regular scheduled program to ask you to donate. All right. So, yeah, okay. So I guess I passed. So I guess I am doing a little scat solo then.
Yeah, well, I mean, let's just take a step back here. You do your musical flourish and you end the song and you stop. in the silence, a chopstick falls off your finger, and you're like, ow! And then you look to the audience, you're like, hey guys, you want me to do a scat solo now?
That didn't sound very charismatic, but all right.
And they're like, yeah! That's all they say.
Okay. I guess I just launch right into it then. All
right.
With 9 of my 10 fingers, probably.
I feel like you should... Wait, why do you need fingers for a scat solo?
Don't worry about it, Cody.
You're like floating them in front of your mouth to get like very specific inflections and sounds. Okay, we're going to call this agility because the tongue is agile. Make a medium agility check.
Ooh, Joker.
Oh, okay.
Weird time to get a Joker. I don't know what a Joker is going to result in, but I feel like it's a very strange time to get it.
Like, and there's no suits, so you can actually decide what suit you want this to be.
Let's go with hearts, I guess.
Okay, awesome. Which is something good socially happens. Dude, you rock the crowd. Like, you were playing a good saxophone game, but it seems like your calling was just to be a scat solo artist person. Possibly even a beatboxer. Maybe you mix it up. Maybe you just sort of create a new genre of music, which is scat plus beatboxing, where you're doing like some jazz words and stuff, but you're just boxing it out at the same time. And I would like to try making that sound, but I have no confidence that I can actually do something that sounds good, so I won't. Unless you really want me to, and then I will.
You can record it during post and put it in.
Okay. I'm not. I'm just going to do it right now. How was that? Was that good?
Much appreciated, Cody.
All
The
right.
immersion factor is off the charts right now.
And the crowd just goes crazy, man. They're like, he has invented scat boxing. He is our hero. He is the king of Lake's Golden Casino.
Oh,
What can we do but offer him money to come back again someday? And they start flipping you quarters like onto the stage.
Flipping me quarters? What am I? Flipping me quarters? It's like flashbacks to my Subway days.
You kind of bring out your case and put it up front, and people are walking by now and dropping money in.
I'm not opening my case in front of the crowd.
All right. Yeah, and it's awesome. You feel really good about yourself. You feel the glory. You feel the power. You feel that you can tug on the heartstrings of these people, that they are now emotionally slave to your every whim. And if you wanted, you could take over the casino and you could become a warlord, Nate. This could be your new calling, a scatboxing warlord. That's just an idea. You can do whatever you want to at this point, though.
We'll come back to that. I think I'm going to stick to my gas everybody and steal a bunch of money plan.
Okay, all right. And the curtain comes down. I don't know why there's a curtain in this like middle open stage with a bunch of tables around. Maybe it's a big square curtain that just sort of encompasses the stage.
It's just like an awkward, like a curtain comes down, but I still have to like sneak out, kind of.
Like out the back. Sure.
Yeah.
And you do that. Yeah, you do that.
I do that.
So what do you want to do now? We still have not really made any progress technically in regards to your plan.
Let's do that. So I'm going for the ventilation shaft now, or like kind of the main hub where all the ventilation shafts meet. Whatever that's called, whatever the technical term is. I'm sure it's not ventilation shaft hub, but let's go with that.
Okay, yeah, make an intelligence check. Medium difficulty.
I like intelligence checks. It's a 6 of diamonds plus 1, so 7 of diamonds.
You're just shy. Okay. Yeah. You walk by and you don't notice the sign above the door that says ventilation shaft hub, and you keep going.
Fool
and you just
that I
missed
am.
it. But dude, it's so hard to think every time of some sort of useful tool or resource.
The thing is, it's
just
such
like on the whim.
It's such a genius. Like, I really think it's an absolutely like a genius kind of, I don't know, almost mechanism, like kind of thing that you've come up with. But I do not envy the amount of thinking on your feet that you have to do.
Thankfully, this is not a live show, and I can just cut out all of the mumblings and pauses in between and make it seem like I immediately come up with something.
Yeah. Well, at least I'm not telling you riddles that you have to solve on the spot, so. I mean, like, with, like, items and stuff, not all items have to be super useful things, or, I don't know.
That's true. That's a good point. It can't be too incredible. But Herald Lake, as you're strolling past the signs that you missed, that you should have paid attention to, is just so close, and it's going to cause some minor hiccup in your plan, possibly. I don't know. You find a really nice bow tie on the ground. It is shiny. It is golden. I'm not sure. What are you wearing right now? Are you wearing a tie or are you wearing a bow tie?
Actually, neither. I went for more of the casual look, so I kind of I have the top button undone. And I have suspenders on, but the top button's undone. No tie, no bow, no nothing. It's more of a casual Friday sort of situation.
Okay, sweet. Well, you're a little lost trying to find the ventilation shafts, but you do, if you want, now have a nice shiny gold bow tie that you can add to your collection. And You know what? Well, do you put it on?
Of course, Cody. Of course I put it on because I want +1 to my charisma, if that's where you're going.
Well, that's what happens, man. Your charisma increases by 1.
I saw that one coming. Cool.
Nate, you have just acquired the legendary golden bow tie of Lake.
Of Lake.
It's a legendary level item, legendary loot that can only be discovered once every 300 games that you play of this RPG.
Wow. I gotta say, Cody, its stats are somewhat lackluster in comparison with that once every 300 games thing. But you know what? That's okay.
Sure. Well, I mean, but you got it in your first game, so it kind of, it pans out, right?
All right.
Yeah. Okay, so you're kind of left wandering now. What would you like to do at this point?
I guess I need to find another map, kind of like the map earlier with the escape routes, like any kind of service door, any kind of maps that might help me out, floor plans, things like that.
Okay. Make another medium intelligence check.
Hey, okay, I don't know if this is good or bad, actually. Ace of diamonds.
Oh no, aces are crit fails, bro.
Come on, man.
But you acquire another tool or resource.
But that's not thematic, because it's like a casino thing. Ace should be like top.
Well, that's what the jokers are for. So we have to represent the crit fails with something. Aces are 1.
Wow, so I literally, it's a crit fail. Oh, okay.
Well, I was about to say as you flip over the ace, but we're not. That's not happening.
Like walking around with a deck of cards. It's like my bones. I'm like consulting the bones. Where's the ventilation shaft? Toss the bones in the air.
Maybe this is what you do in your head. Maybe as you mentally flip over the ace of diamonds in your head to represent your fail, you just think to yourself, the house always wins.
But you owe me a tool.
Here's the irony is that you get even more hopelessly lost. Well, I mean, a crit fail. You actually enter, you find like a janitorial closet, a separate janitorial closet that you encountered in our previous episode. And as you go in, you think you found a good spot to kind of like stop and think. You close the door behind you and it locks.
Oh, come on. You locked me in a closet.
Stuck. But conveniently, you see that there's a map hanging on the wall.
Okay.
Which is a map of the ventilation shafts in the casino.
Well played, Cody. All right, I will study this map in the light. How am I seeing this map? Is there light in this closet?
It's one of those like classic rinky-dink, like chain pull switch lights. Just like a light bulb that doesn't have a cover on it or anything. And you pull it and it turns on because that's how light bulbs work.
So I guess I'll steal the map because I don't want to have to, remember it. So I'll just, steal it. And then just check the handle. Maybe I'll get lucky.
It's locked.
No, it sounded like it locked.
It definitely is even more locked now. If it was not locked before, now it is.
Okay,
the jiggling of the handle engaged the locking mechanism.
Oh, I did myself in. Okay, well, I will check through. Maybe there's like an axe or something.
I
don't know.
Just a complimentary janitorial axe.
I'll check. I guess I'll check around, see if I find anything.
Okay, sure. You find, even better than an axe, you find a crowbar.
A crowbar. Okay, well, let's give it a go.
Okay. Hey, we haven't actually done like a strength check yet in the game, have we?
I don't think so. No.
I don't think so. All right, well, make a strength check. I don't know how sturdy these doors are. It will be a medium strength check.
Okay. All right, well, there's good news and there's bad news.
Okay, what you
The
got?
good news, actually, it's very fitting. The good news is it's a 9. The bad news is it's clubs.
Okay. You wrench the door open successfully. It splinters, and one of those splinters goes in to your right hand. It is not a large splinter, but your hand is bleeding a bit now. And the primary effect of this is you're going to perhaps be a little more noticeable until maybe you can get that bandaged up.
Okay. I guess I'll just, I have my map now. I will stick my hand in my pocket, maybe, give it some time. It'll bleed through eventually, but maybe not right away.
Sure, yeah, that's fine.
I'll follow the map to the ventilation shaft's hub.
All right. Okay, so now that you have this enticingly convenient map of the ventilation shaft system in Lake's Golden Casino, you know just where you need to go, or at least you know the perfect places that you can go that are up to you. There are multiple access points to the ventilation shaft system hub thing around the casino. Some are closer to you. Some may have their own advantages that are on farther sides of the casino. So we'll leave that up to you. What's your primary goal? Do you want to just get inside as soon as you can, or maybe access it from a place where maybe you don't have to crawl quite as much after the fact when you want to go to the vault?
Yeah, my hand has just started bleeding, so I think I've got some time before I start dripping. So I think I'll try and find the hub that I will have to crawl the least, or like the entry point where I'll have to crawl the least to get to the hub.
Okay, gotcha. We'll say that it's just maybe a 5-minute walk of navigating one wing of the casino, and you find it. There's another convenient janitorial closet.
No, I'm not going in there.
Okay.
I don't trust those things.
And right next to it is a grate that you can, if you have the right tools, remove it and access the ventilation system. And I'll say that this is kind of tucked around a corner.
Okay.
A bit farther away, so you're not too concerned with just random people walking by and seeing what you're doing.
Well, maybe I don't know if this is retconning, because I never said I set down the crowbar. So maybe I put it in my... And I put it in my saxophone case or something,
Sure. It was a tool or resource you acquired, so you can keep it.
Okay, all right, okay, cool. Well, then I still have it. I pull it out of my saxophone case and start wrenching, crowing, barring.
All right. I'll give you this option. Probably, arguably, this would more be a strength check, but maybe there's an intelligence factor that goes into knowing just where to wedge, how to use a nail-pulling device to remove screws. So, what is your better stat? I'll let you use whatever.
If it was, intelligence is the better stat, but if I was in this position, like, I would just be sticking it under the lip of the grate and prying it off. So... I feel like strength is the more thematic choice here.
And for you sticking to theme, I'll only make this an easy check. So make an easy strength check.
Oh, man.
Oh. Well, it didn't even matter.
No. It's a joker. It's a waste of a joker is what it is.
Oh, okay. Well, go ahead and choose what suit you want it to be.
I guess diamonds is probably the best idea.
Okay. Back at it again. Well, it's just like, how do you find a tool or resource while prying a grate off the wall?
I will say I am going to have to lug my saxophone case with me through the ventilation shafts, so maybe there's something useful in that direction that could help me.
Okay. All right, Nate, as you are prying successfully, so successfully, in fact, your brute force, you basically just rip the grate like right off the wall, so hard that it flies across the room and impacts the other wall. That's what a joker on a strength check means. And
Okay.
you're almost a little nervous that maybe somebody heard that, but
I
you're
was,
like,
yeah.
it was a joker in my head, so I'm fine.
The bones say I'll be fine.
That's what they say. But you also find inside the grate, for some reason, there is a skateboard.
A skateboard. Okay.
Well, not inside the grate. It's in the shaft. It's like sitting there in the shaft. Somebody put a skateboard there for reasons. You almost wonder if maybe someone else tried pulling a heist at some point, and they thought that maybe a skateboard could be a good little device to like roll around on inside a ventilation shaft.
Okay. Well, I will chuck my saxophone case up into the shaft, climb up, and then I guess put it on the skateboard and push it through the shaft in front of me.
Okay. It's a somewhat squeaky skateboard as you're going.
Of course.
So echoing through the shaft is like,
The mice are at it again at Lake's Golden Casino.
yep, the Verminators couldn't take them down. But you are now in the ventilation shaft. Yeah, it's a over the hedge reference.
Okay. Well, over my hedge, that's for sure.
It's a good movie. Good joke. Good jokes here in the Dicecast. So anyway, you're in the ventilation shaft. Where are you going?
Well, you know where I'm going. I know where I'm going. I got my map with me that I'm checking from time to time, every time I get to a crossroads, so to speak.
Yep.
And hopefully I get there eventlessly.
As you are squeaking down one particular junction of this ventilation system, your squeakiness attracts a little buddy, and a little mouse comes around the corner to observe what is going on. You are now faced with a mouse.
Okay, I'll put him in my breast pocket.
Oh, I didn't say he's just offering his services to you. He's observing you.
Yeah, and I took him and I put him in my breast pocket.
Oh, okay. He's a mouse. Make a hard agility check.
All right, that's fair. Okay, just a second. Jack. I guess it's a jack.
Yep.
Of hearts.
Well, that's what you got?
Jack of hearts. Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. I thought you were saying what the difficult. So you need a jack to succeed. So you actually you acquire a mouse, and something good socially happens. Perfect check. Look at that. Something good socially is that you now have a small performing mouse.
Thank you.
This mouse, he actually comes from a long line of street performing mice. They're a little jealous of their rat counterparts that are especially good chefs and make a lot of money, like especially in France. So how they get along is they join up with humans and they do little like street dances and street performances, and it's all very impressive because they're like little mice and they're extremely agile. And you now have this little guy, and you put him, in your breast pocket, and you have a mouse.
I mean, I always wanted a sugar glider, so I guess this will be a good substitute until...
Much superior. Probably won't keep you up as much at night, too.
Okay. I don't really want to have a conversation about sugar gliders, Cody. Let's not go down that road.
All right,
hopefully I get to the hub soon.
Yeah, at this point, you have arrived at the hub, so you can deploy deadly or somewhat not deadly gases as much as you want.
I'm doing the whole. I'm making sure my mask is tight.
Okay, good.
And I guess the mouse is kind of screwed, but it doesn't matter. It's just sleeping gas. It's not fatal. I mean, So maybe I'll try to cover, I'll use the bow tie and try and kind of cover his mouth while I put the gas in.
Hey, can I give you a suggestion as your benevolent DM?
Okay.
You can just kind of stick him inside the mask with you if you want.
I'm not, we're not that close yet. So
Okay.
That's not going to happen.
All right. You cover him with the bow tie. Got it.
Yeah. And then, deploy the substance.
All right. Flip intelligence, I guess, to deploy the substance.
Makes the most sense. 10 of spades.
Oh, interesting.
Wait, what was spades? Is that something bad socially happens?
Spades is a hiccup in your plan occurs.
Oh, okay.
I don't think we've gotten many of those this
No.
far in the game.
I think there was one when I fought an old janitor at one point.
Yeah, I think that was it. Wow. Okay. Well, you deploy the gas, and it starts circling through the ventilation system. And you wait. You wait a few moments, or probably a few minutes. I mean, it's a large casino. It's going to take a while for this to flood everybody out. And let's say that you have, maybe there's a little grate nearby that you can actually look through, so you can observe one of the main parts of the casino. It's actually very near that same stage where you're performing, so it's a large area, lots of tables, and people are just slowly starting to pass out. Some of them don't really even notice it. They're just kind of sitting at tables and they just slowly slump over. There's a couple like waiters, security folks that are standing, so it's a little more obvious when they start falling. But there, in particular, there's one other security guard who kind of he realizes what's happening, and he tries to like suck in and hold his breath. It's a little bit too late, and he knows that, and you can see that he knows that, so he's already kind of like coughing and starting to go down. But he runs over to the fire alarm, and just before he falls, he pulls it, and then falls down. But the alarm system has now been triggered in Lake's Golden Casino. Golly gee willikers and crackerjack calipers, Harold Lake has gotten himself in a pickle. But we're in a pickle too, because right now, you in the shirt and pants, you probably haven't left a review for this podcast, or subscribed, or commented, or any of those things. And if you don't do those things right now, somewhere a penguin will blink, forget who he is, and then walk out on his penguin wife and little penguin chicks and begin a life of crime, probably robbing casinos, and you don't want that to happen. So yeah, help us out if you like the show.